you know, everybody, we're going to record it. We're going to record this, so we'll put it up on our YouTube site later on, and we'll direct all the people who attended to it, and also the people who registered and haven't been able to make it, so they can all get to see it. So I would like to introduce Ando from Happaning.
Good stuff.
As I say, Ando's been on a few of our events, so if you'd like to take it away, and I'll let people in as we go along.
Can everybody see my screen?
Hang on a second.
It should just be a white screen.
Yeah, it's white at the moment.
Right.
Let me turn my video off.
Okay. Thanks for having me, Neil. Really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome.
Do enjoy these. So, if a picture tells 1,000 words and video 1,000 pictures, then what could we do with 1,000 videos? My name's Ando, founder, CEO, and this is Happaning.
That night was epic, but these clips won't take me back again, sliding through these feeds just to see what they were capturing, saddening, because if Happaning is another way. Now I'm on this wave like the other day, swipe, this is Happaning, swipe, check it. Happaning's the app where you create and you share content you can move around in, like taking you there. You just swipe, I make it real clear. You wanna get to know. Happaning's like using Street View but with video. Swipe, there we go, swipe. Swiping through the audiences, you saw the difference. Multi-vantage videos, or just call them vivid. Swipe like you bought tickets to performances, just swipe. Right. Listen, so if you rate truth for suspected fake news, why not get a second perspective and change views? Just swipe in the direction that you want to change to. Swipe and you see what they see. Break through. And if you where the party is, take you to the heart of it. You've even got pins marking out of advantages, and this is just the half of it, because after it's done, I swipe on demand if it's all the parties we run. We just swipe. Starting the fun, we just swipe. So when was the last time you wanted to throw it back again? Come jump on this wave, this is Happaning.
Now, I probably could have said all of that in just a few slides, but there is a reason the majority of people will watch a video today. See, with it accounting for 80% of all online traffic, it's fair to say the global appetite for videos is insatiable. Yes, videos are a great way of telling compelling stories, but they can also be quite limiting. Let me ask you this. Who'd watch a video if they had a time machine to take them there and live or relive those experiences? Perhaps even see things they missed the first time round. Now, before you dismiss time travel as a thing of the future, that future is Happaning. So, what's Happaning? Happaning is an award-winning platform that lets you interactively watch events from any vantage at any time and from anywhere in one immersive, navigable experience. Think Google Street View, but with video. We call it multi-vantage videos, or simply Vivids. And our proprietary Vivid technology synchronizes multiple video feeds by time, location, audio-visual cues with a real-time codec. Then by integrating augmented reality overlays, our new media format offers an immersive experience completely new to the user-generated content market, which is currently worth 63 billion. So whether you're physically there or stuck at home in a national pandemic, you can switch to the front row or any vantage point by simply swiping in a direction you want to move in. Something 3 out of 5 event goers have identified as a key need according to a recent survey. But let's consider some of the wider applications, from navigating film scenes of VR to security, police body cams, judiciary evidence, even journalism. Because in an age of fake news and deep fakes, why rely on just one perspective? Yes, the possibilities are endless, but for now, we're focused in Vivid technology on the demographics where we anticipate viral growth, namely events. This because our Gen Z focus groups have all indicated that not only use our platform, but also encourage their friends to. That's why we're already doing joint ventures with award-winning content creators, and with 90% of event operators considering going virtual, we're also partnered with a network of 300 vendors desperate to get back to work. So where are we now? Having personally created an award-winning proof of concept and filed for patent protection, We've recently onboarded commercial partners and launched an oversubscribed alpha release to a network of student micro-influencers. We've also strengthened the team, starting with myself, Ando, 10 years engineering experience as principal consultant at BAE Systems, delivering digital transformation to major telcos, Magic Circle law firms, and various other national security and government bodies. And as a proud inventor of Vivids, I'm supported by an award-winning cast of digital strategists, record-breaking serial entrepreneurs and advisors. Also in our engine room, we boast over 50 years of experience by some of the UK's leading technologists, including the head of cybersecurity for the Department of Transport and the previous digital architect for the Houses of Parliament and Home Office. Together, we're disrupting media consumption as we know it, but this is where we need your help. We're entering into a market right when the world needs us. Because of COVID, our technology represents the best way of being somewhere without physically being there, and one of the only countermeasures against deepfake videos which are lurking on the horizon. Our brand is disruptive, hugely memorable, and resonates with our target audience. We're raising SCIS advance. We've secured SCIS advance assurance, and we're raising 500,000 right now. This isn't just an exciting opportunity. This is happening. Thank you very much.
And sorry, thanks. Thank you very much indeed. Does anybody have any initial questions for Ando? As I say, we'll open this up a little bit more than normal. Well, normally what we do is we run through everything and have some chats, but in the chat rooms. But I think tonight, as I say, we changed the format slightly. We're not trying to push as many companies in front of potential investors and such like in one go. And again, that will be our format going forward. We normally have, as Ando knows, and any of you have attended, up to sort of 10 companies pitching. And what we're going to do in the future is limit that and do hopefully some more physical events. We've got a plan in progress to do a Founders Friday whereby founders can come meet us in London and also in other cities throughout the UK, get introduced to themselves, have questions and chats about what problems they've got raising capital and what they found useful, and also to meet potential investors at those events as well. So it's like a founders, investors networking event that we'll be doing. Hopefully, in the first one we're trying to get into will be the end of July, but more about that later. So anybody got any questions? Oh, there we go, Paul on the chat room, and you're muted.
Sorry. Yes, Paul's asking about what our revenue model is. Great question. So we're currently pursuing a freemium model where we've essentially done a bunch of alpha testing to student micro influencers, and what we've landed on essentially is a freemium model whereby most of the users are going to come on and they're going to use it for free, but a certain percentage are going to come on and they're going to opt for premium features, things like private vivids, being able to shoot private vivids in your own setting or at a wedding, for instance, with just your friends, and also having rights in terms of how to share that and how to disseminate that. But we've also got a pro tier as well, which is targeting more business consumers. So the B2B side is where we're looking at partnering with, as I mentioned, we've got a partnership with event operators and award-winning content creators. And what we'll be doing with those guys is essentially we'll be allowing them to embed Vivids on their own site, on their own platform. And so a freemium model for sure. But obviously, as we achieve market traction, more opportunities open up to us, for instance, advertising and some other things like that. I've got one from Jamal. Thank you very much. Great confident pitch. The future. Okay, yes, Jamal, reach out to me. I will pop my LinkedIn in the chat. And Rohit, have you raised any capital before? Also, how do you plan to invest this 500K you are now looking to raise? Yes, we have raised capital before. We did a small amount of SCIS with friends and family. That was about 30,000. We had about 55,000 of founder capital, and we also had a Yes, 68,000 R&D injection by some delivery partners, but we're obviously raising again right now. How do you plan to invest 500,000? So yes, we've got key hires. We're also, well, yes, we're trying to attract key hires. We're also trying to expand our patent jurisdiction into some very strategic regions, the US and the EU via the PCT mechanism. We're going to continue doing some research as well. The technology isn't 100% where we want to take it to. The vision is vast, and there's obviously a lot of research and development that goes into that. At the moment, we've got the mobile functionality locked down, but we're trying to expand into sort of have a web player. And yeah, that's essentially what we're doing with this current raise. Are there any more questions? I'm just going to pop my contact details in the chat as well.
It's tricky when you're trying to do everything, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. But I mean, I'm definitely interested in talking to anybody who wants to find out more. If you want to see a demo, if you want to just reach out to me. I'd love to sit down with you and show you what we've got. As you can see, we're very excited about what we've got. We do believe it's going to be the next step up from video. We've had words, we've had pictures, we've had video, and we believe Vivids are next. Thank you very much.
No, that's great. Say, anybody got any questions later? We'll run through the next couple of pictures, and then we'll have an open chat, and people can explain what they're up to, what they're looking for, and such like. So, Ando, thanks very much. If you can just stop sharing your screen, that'd be great. I think you are actually. Sorry, it's my fault. It's the video. We'll move on. Paul, somewhere in the Med, maybe?
Yeah, I'm in Catalonia right now. And Neil, also, I did mention that would Aaron be able to co-present, because he comes in at about 2/3 through the presentation. Is that going to be a problem sharing?
No, not at all. The screen share's open.
Okay.
So anybody can share the screen.
Right. Okay.
So no problems at all there.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. This is Paul Kennard from Simply eBikes. Welcome, Paul. Welcome to your
Thank you very much. Hi, everybody.
Again, any questions going on, please pop them in the chat, and then we'll have a chat, physical chat afterwards, or sorry, virtual chat afterwards. So without any ado, Paul, I'll let you carry on.
I'll click a few mouse buttons, share my screen. How's that? Can everybody see it?
Yeah, we've got you.
Good. Right. I just need to get rid of a few windows now. Oh God. Okay, that's fine. I'm away. Okay, here we go. Hi, I'm Paul Kennard, the founder of Simply eBikes. My interest in e-bikes began in 2008, living in China, using an e-bike to commute within Shanghai. During 2017, a new breed of e-bike appeared using integrated battery technology. So I decided the time had come for me to produce my own collection using this new technology. I have financed the entire project from conception through development, certification, presentations, exhibitions, and trial production. I'm here today to share my journey with you and to ask you for a £450,000 investment for 25% equity. Your investment would enable us to start mass production and to kick in our marketing and sales campaigns. An e-bike. An e-bike is simply a bicycle fitted with an electric motor, powered with a lithium battery, and controlled through the handlebars with an LCD display unit. Using a fully integrated battery system has the advantage of both aesthetics and security against theft and tampering. Here we see the comparison between outdated battery designs and the stylish integrated designs produced by Simply eBikes. E-bike sales are up a staggering 230% in the UK during lockdown, and evidence shows it will only increase, leaving retailers scrambling to purchase stock and manufacturers unable to produce enough e-bikes. Okay, I'll jump straight in to explain why we are well placed to take advantage of this situation. I have 12 years experience manufacturing in China, with an office within each factory, becoming part of the production team at all stages. We procure our own components directly from individual manufacturers, thereby improving lead times and assembly. I've just got to move, sorry. There's a couple of things in the way. Okay, being co-manufacturers and selling direct to consumer gives us a better cost base, offering better prices for the consumer. The UK government is investing heavily in improving cycling infrastructure, which is helping to fuel growth and attracting outside investment for manufacturers. Our hero model is the Compact, built with a unique, simple geometric frame, suitable for all ages, design protected with the Intellectual Property Office. The Compact has been presented to Halfords, who stated that it fills a huge gap in the current market. The Trekker, designed as a his and hers stylish e-bike, featuring a step-through and traditional crossbar. A trial container was imported into the UK during 2019. Halfords and a number of independent retailers showed great interest. The entire container sold to independent retailers in just 3 weeks. We engaged the services of a PR company and a London photographer during 2020 as a precursor to mass producing and selling our products. Now, obviously, behind every great product, there has to be a great team. Aaron is a digital marketing expert, previously working at Gumtree and Pure Profile. Angel is a former director China of the Ronald Group Switzerland and has 20 years experience in manufacturing and heads up our team within each factory. Here we expect a pre-tax profit in excess of £3 million in year 5, and this is our minimum target. 60% of the required investment will enable us to begin mass producing and to begin our marketing process in earnest. I'll now hand over to Aaron.
Yeah, so this is a snapshot of where we're sitting in the market. So in 2020, the cycling market in the UK was worth £925 million. And the average price of an e-bike in the UK is around £2,000, which is expensive for most people. So we decided to make an integrated models that are affordable for everyone. Next slide, please. See, there's 2 types of competitors. We have the competitors selling through traditional routes, direct to retailers, versus the new online brands selling directly to consumers where the profit margins are higher, allowing reinvestment into the brand and marketing and outgrowing their traditional counterparts. Next slide. So primarily, we will be driving traffic to our website via social media channels, Google Ads, and content marketing. And we'll also be building a lifestyle brand around Simply and roll out a full PR campaign before the e-bikes actually arrive into the UK. We have started early discussions with group retailers. We have one of the largest group retailers in conversations at the moment, all subject to when we have stock in the UK. And we've also had international distributors in Hungary and the US reach out to us in regards to customizing our e-bikes to tailor suit it for their markets. Next slide, Paul. So just to recap what Paul said, we're seeking investment of £450,000 for 25% equity in our business. And we'd like to open the floor if anyone has any questions for us.
Sorry, just unmuting myself. Gents, thanks very much. Anybody have any initial questions for Paul? Oh, here we go. There's a question from Jamal there in chat. Should anybody wish to unmute themselves and, dive in, please feel free as well.
Please do.
There's a message there in chat, Paul, from Jamal. It says, can you see that or?
Not at the moment. No.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
The question is, if the battery is integrated into the model, what's the disadvantage of replacement batteries or troubleshooting? Also, how does this affect the disposal of the bike? Which is, Paul, do you want to take that question, or should I?
The question, I couldn't quite fully understand it, but the integrated batteries, the majority of the models are fitted with a key, so it's lockable. You can remove the battery, take it up to your office to charge. Disposal of the battery is done by us, and it's just a plug and play.
Yeah, and to answer your follow-up question, can you not generate the cash required in pre-orders? To be honest, it's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. We don't want to disappoint our actual end consumers. However, with the independent retailers, because all the manufacturers are backed up and haven't been able to get their stock out, that they're basically waiting. As soon as the bikes land in the UK, they're willing to make orders. But until then, it's all bets off for them. It's just because it's so hard to get their hands on any stock at the moment.
That makes sense. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Just to sort of reiterate and clarify, we are the co-producer in China, and the key to this is we do control procurement and production, where most other brands, they just deal from afar via the internet, and it goes terribly wrong, which Neil probably knows if he's used to Asia. If you're not on the ground, it can go terribly wrong. And I'm an ex-producer for Next with very large volumes, so the key to the quality and lead times is actually being there and actually working.
Yeah, very much so. I agree with that. You need somebody in situ looking after what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions at the moment? Anybody want to jump in? Don't want to put it in chat, then that's fine. If not, what we'll do is we'll move on, and we can have an open chat with everybody afterwards as we carry. Thanks, folks. Right. I'm not sure I've got Matt or Daniel or both here from Beresford Lounge. Can you hear me? Oh,
hello. Yeah,
there's two of you. Okay, that explains it.
Yeah.
Right. Again, welcome. We'll let you carry on. I'm not sure which is which, Matt and Daniel, or.
Yeah, we'll introduce ourselves. My name is Matt.
No problems at all. I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
From Beresford Lounge. I'll cancel my video for a second and let you carry on. Welcome.
Yep.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, we're just getting the screen share so you can see our deck. Can you guys see the deck?
Yeah, no problems at all.
Yeah, cool. Yep. So,
we are Daniel and Matt, and we are from Beresford Lounge.
Yeah, we are creating a unique venue in the city centre of Glasgow, and we want to be more than just a hospitality venue. We would like to become an anchor point for the arts and the business community, and we want to showcase Glasgow to the world and the world to Glasgow in our unique venue. The concept for the space is basically we have an iconic Art Deco building in the city centre of Glasgow. It's over 1,000 square meters with around 200 covers between the cafe and the bar, and 400 capacity in our multi-event space, which is going to be a club and an event space for briefings. Yep. Our team, as you can, Daniel is one of the founders, and myself. My sister would have been here, but we thought we are already crowded enough. We are originally from Hungary. We've been living in the UK for over 10 years, and we have a combined experience of about 22 years experience in running our own businesses, and combined experience of 12 years in hospitality. We also have some great advising team with us. Jamie has over 24 years experience in hospitality and is a multi-award winning bartender mixologist. And Peter has been working with Michelin's 1, 2, and 3-star Michelin restaurants. So the problem that we are solving with our venue is Glasgow is starving for a space that's accessible luxury. People like to show off, but there's a niche market for something that's beautiful in design, serves really high quality foods, but still accessible, cool drinks. And yeah, that's what we're about. Our building, the
building was built in 1938. It was built to accommodate the visitors who came to Glasgow for the big exhibition that happened that year. It's over 12 million visitors, which is still to date the biggest event that ever happened in Scotland. A cool, interesting fact about the building is that JFK came to the building of the following year and addressed the American survivors of shipwreck, the Athenia, and it was his first official address on behalf of the United States. So it's quite a cool historic fact. We incorporated the design features based on the history of the building itself, obviously. It's very modern Art Deco. We're honoring the history, but still making it fresh and very attractive for younger audiences. Our bar itself, again, we're focusing on arts and we're focusing on the Art Deco
theme,
Art Deco aesthetics. We have commissioned art pieces from local artists and from further afar from Australia, and the Art Deco style and a bit more modern. Yep.
Yeah, so our target audience is from 22 to 45, basically with people with a little bit higher income, and from basically people who are attracted to a great quality offering in Scottish and British foods, and also appreciate luxury, like good classic cocktails and some modern ones that we created for the venue. The market size, Glasgow is the biggest city in Scotland. It's actually the #1 retail destination outside of London, with 4.2 billion spent annually.
The population of Glasgow and around the area is about 1.8 million, but I don't know if you're familiar with Scotland. Most of the population lives in the central belt, so we're about 50 minutes away from most of the population. We want to be a destination venue, so we're expecting people to come not just from Glasgow, but Edinburgh, East Coast and West Coast, further south, and from north as well.
Yeah, our competition for the cafe are some well-noted restaurants and cafes in around Glasgow. What we could relate to most that you guys probably are familiar with is the Ivy, and they sell kind of luxurious products that you can still access easily financially. Our advantage is that due to the size of the venue and the layout of the venue, we are able to be open from 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. because of the layout of the cafe, the bar, and the club and the event space later on. And we have generated a lot of interest in our offering already, with almost over 20,000 people following us across all social media channels. We reached about 1.3 million people on Facebook. We have some celebrity members, founding members, such as Luis Capaldi, Paolo Nutini, and we also sold over 100 memberships and created about 47,000 pre-revenue. And we've been mentioned in local newspapers and had some interest from national media as well. We are looking to raise 1,050,000 to cover refurbishment costs, furniture fittings and equipment, AV and stocks, and basically all the startup costs that are still required. We have invested ourselves 230,000 to date. Yeah, so
the financial summary for the next 3 years is here. So this is based just on the cafe and bar, which we are hoping to open in phase 1. Our total revenue for year 1 will be about 3.6 million, for year 2 5.5, and in year 3 we'll have 5.6. Yes, we are hoping to achieve a profit of around 780k for the first year, 1.7 for second, and 1.7 for the third. These numbers are based on a 30% capacity, a 30% occupancy in year 1, going up to 70% by year 3.
I would like to just add on the numbers that these have been compared to competitors who were open with restrictions during COVID-19 restrictions last summer. Our financial growth plan is, in phase 1, we'll open the bar and a cafe. That will put us at the end of year 1 at a valuation of 4.9 million. Once we open the club in phase 2, at the end of the year 2, with the revenue and investment that's been going into the business, the valuation is going to grow to 16 million. And then by the end of year 3, our valuation is calculated at 20 million. Yep. So this just shows, this shows the investment and returns. So we kind of went over this already. We have 2 options with the venue. We have a lease currently for 10 years. The lease is 60k per annum, and we also have an option to purchase at year 5. And another option is to purchase right away, saving 230k, and the purchase price is 750. After the renovations and the business starting, the estimated value of the venue is going to be 1.5 million. And we have different options to get 25% equity in the business and invest 1,050,000, invest in the property itself as a JV and getting 6.25% equity in the business as well, and or investing in the property and the business itself at 1,800,000, and that comes as a JV and 25% equity in the business. The exit and returns, although we want to reinvest profits into the business, we will obviously discuss options for dividends, and we'll create an opportunity to resell shares at the end of year 3. If someone was to invest 1 million, their valuation would be expected around 5 million.
That's it.
Yeah, that's us.
Gentlemen, thanks very much indeed. Enjoyed that. Anybody got any questions on this initially? If you just want to stop sharing your screen and we'll flick your video on, then
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Something Ando can the event side.
I thought it was a really nice venue, by the way, guys. I thought it really looked nice. I'm a fan of the whole Art Deco theme. It's really good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very large. It's a very large venue. So is it the whole building, or what's the?
No, it's over 3 floors of 7-story building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have residential units above us. I think there's about 112 residential units in total.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And your preferred plan is to what? Is to purchase the freehold now, or lease will take up the option after 5 years? What would be the?
Yeah, I mean, the way we agreed with our landlord is to have both options. So obviously, preferred option would be to purchase the freehold straight away, because that gives security both for the investors and the business a bit more. But the way it's structured, we have the option to do it later, which reduces startup costs. So both have advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah. Okay. Have you got that question?
Yeah. So I'll just read out the question just so everyone can see it. Do you think events will go back to what they used to be? What are the risks of the venue closing again for another lockdown? So in terms of events, we haven't actually included anything in our pitch that are to do with events themselves, due to obviously the speculation around we don't know what's going to happen. But the cafe and the bar will offer also takeaway, and we have a very strong contingency plan in place. So we don't know what's going to happen, but we are ready for whatever is to come.
Okay.
I can speak to that a little bit as well. We're quite active in the event space, and I think it will go back. I think what we're going to see is a lot of kind of hybrid solutions where you've got events that are hosted, physical events that are hosted, but they're also expanded to audiences, remote audiences as well. But yes, I do think events will go back, and I think it will be a really beautiful space to host an event in as well, actually.
Yeah.
I really do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just, I noticed on the pitch they signed a lease beginning of last year.
Yeah.
Assuming you got the funding tomorrow, let's take out the purchase of the freehold for a minute. But to do the refurb, when, how long will that take, and when do you expect to open?
We would take about 2.5 months to open.
That quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, we basically started the refurbishments already. So we have ordered all the materials needed. We have done all the cabling, we've done all the plumbing, and we have manufactured all the seating and all the bars basically. So we have a contractor selected who could carry out the work in 2.5 months.
What's your goal regarding chefs and mixologists and such like? Are you looking for some names there, or how are you planning to run that?
Yeah, our ideal is to have some bigger names as chefs and mixologists come on board at the beginning of the project to create the menus, and later on run it in with our own team. And we'll bring people on as we go on to, bigger names come in at different times and create special menus for a specific time period.
Okay.
And we'll also resell the menus themselves. And actually, as a thing that has been omitted from the deck, we have been selling artwork in collaboration with artists. And we have also been selling memberships. So yeah, we will work with bigger names at the start and create menus that way.
Okay. Is that in your budget? Because I mean, some of these guys are going to charge you. I mean, I know a lot about the the F&B industry, and I won't go into this, open now. But also, a quick question on the side. With the company setup you've got at the moment, obviously restaurant, bar, club, and everything else, have you got a separate management company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the shareholding directly in the management company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, yeah.
question as well. You mentioned you're aiming to purchase the freehold as well. Just to clarify, so you will own the lease, i.e., the flats above you will be paying at least. Will they be paying you as well every 100 years or whatever?
No, so basically, and I think Scotland, the property laws are slightly different to England. So here you can have a freehold of a commercial property. So
Right.
what we have is a lease on the commercial unit itself yeah, we just have a lease on that, and we plan to get the freehold for the commercial unit itself.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Anybody got any other questions at the moment? No, everybody's quiet tonight. Folks, we'll be in touch. I can help you. So I've got a few contacts, as I say, in the game, all Michelin starred, plus probably one of the world's top mixologists.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I think he's got like 5 bars in the top 50 in the world. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
That's where we aim to be.
yeah, well, that might well suit him. As I say, we'll have a separate chat, and I'll give you his name. You'll know who he is anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I won't mention it over the open airways. But I can definitely do something there with that.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll drop our contact details in the chat as well, if anyone wants to reach out.
Lovely. Thanks very much indeed. Right, that's it for today, folks. As far as the actual pitches go, as I say, we're recording this. We are just about to launch our Exponential Club, which is, again, it's going to have a free membership, enable people to attend events and such like. Then we're going to have various levels on that, ranging from sports events, concierge services, literally anything you can possibly imagine through my business partner, myself, contacts we've got around the world and everything else. We're putting together, call it a networking club, but it's going to be far more than that. Again, concept like the guys have just had with the bar, the restaurant in Glasgow, fantastic locations to hold events, do art gallery presentations, you name it, wine tasting, the whole shebang. And it's not just going to be based in London, so it's going to be global. We'll be launching that in the next few days. We're just finalizing some membership figures. But we'll keep you informed and let you know what we're up to. But again, as I mentioned at the start, one of the ideas we got is a Founders Friday in different places. It could be Glasgow, it could be, London. Obviously, we know very well because we're based there. But where we get founders together, they can meet up, chat around, say, have you had problems doing this, or what have you found, or what investors have you got, and such like. Because investors don't just look at one product, they look at many. Founders shouldn't be scared to think that if they introduce their investor to somebody else's company that they're going to invest in it, because unless it's a direct competitor, which case I can understand them not doing it, these guys are out there. And angel investors in particular, and having dealt with them for a long time, and also being one, and I'm one, I'll talk to friends of mine and say, look, I've just invested in X, Y, Z. They'll go, what's all that about? And I'll say, well, it's this, that, and the other. They go, oh, send us some info. And then they'll come back to me and go, can you introduce me to, X, Y, Z? I say, yeah. And they'll invest. So it's a club within a club itself is investment. So that's our plan, to do that hybrid going forward. But again, the best way to do networking and everything else is face-to-face, in person, and hopefully soon, talking about UK at the moment, that'll be the case, and we can carry on doing what we were doing in London and expand that throughout the UK in the future. So that's where we're at, again, with a focus on networking and promotion of investment opportunities to individuals, high net worth individuals, who we've got and have had over the years come to our events physically, and also more recently virtually. But that's our plan, and I'll send you all information on that. Anybody got any questions? Want to introduce themselves? Tell us what you're up to, or? No, not today. This is the other problem we found with sort of virtual events is that, and as a guide to you guys and people who don't know, haven't been to some of our events before, we normally run out of the Brand Exchange in the City of London. We start an event about 6 o'clock. We'll take the whole club over. So this gives you an idea of what we might be talking about in Glasgow with you guys going forward. We'll take the bar over. We'll have about 100 odd people there, probably 10 companies presenting, a few drinks. We'll go upstairs where the theatre lounge is, again, set out mostly at the end, then standing as well. Have the pitch, then back down, networking, drinking, and everything else. And it works so well because people have a drink, they get introduced. I'm there, my business partner's there. Somebody says to me, you know, I'm looking for investments in e-bikes. I say, right, Paul, I know just the guy you should speak to. Come here, yeah, meet Fred or Jane or whoever it might be. And that's what we do so well, and it works so well. Yeah. Thanks, Paul, for putting that in. Again, we'll keep it short then tonight, because I know everybody's probably got somewhere to go or sail to. Paul, I'd like to have a chat with you about the e-bike concept. It's something I looked at a while back with a company in the States.
Yeah, it's exciting times, Neil, for e-mobility, that's for sure.
We had a problem with them, not in the sense, but I'll explain it again separately for you, what they were up to and how they were doing things. But we were looking at investing directly. We didn't invest in the end, but it's something I'll introduce. Well, I won't introduce you to them, but I'll tell you about it. Plus, also on the completely other side on the east side of things, we're involved with silent yachts, the solar powered electric yachts.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Interesting, because we're actually developing a marine e-bike for mariners around the world, because I come from aviation and boating world as well. So yeah, we have an exciting marine version ready for mass production. We just need to get these damn investors on board. Don't know why they're hiding. Come on, guys, you must be there.
You know, well, I say what we'll do, we'll put this video out. We'll put if you want to send me a deck and such like over as well. Yeah,
I'd love to. Yeah.
Then I can get that out to people, because as we always say, it's you know, raising capitals, it goes on and on and on. We had a company approach us and actually do a couple of events with us at the end of 2019. And they raised some money. Funny enough, the other week they were on Dragon's Den and the dragons came in on them. Right. It was only, I don't know, it's only about 100 grand or something, but they two of them came in fighting over them.
That's great. Paul, just quickly,
yeah.
What's your MOQs? Because obviously you're raising capital from a production perspective. If you're in control of production, can you produce small units, small volume of units, or will it affect the end price too much?
If it was ongoing business, a one-off, really, I'm not being funny, it's not worth engaging the factories, but normally an MOQ would be 50 pieces if it was sort of ongoing business. So basically we could mix a container with various models.
Okay, that makes sense. Just on that, I'll just give you a quick explanation of who I am and my background, just because it's a little bit open and everyone's talking. So I've been trying to be a little bit active in the chat and whatever else. So just on this, we're London's 24/7 shopping malls that deliver within 60 minutes. So what that means from a customer's perspective is they can order multiple brands across multiple categories and have them all delivered in one order within 60 minutes, 24 hours a day. And the same for returns. So we'll collect returns within any 60-minute time slot, 24 hours a day. All of our deliveries are plastic free and all of our deliveries are carbon free. So we sit exactly where you are, Paul, in terms of the electric bike, electric cargo bikes and bicycle space.
Oh, I've got electric cargo bike as well. I've got it all.
Perfect.
After 3 years, all my money, all my time, all my effort Halfords love me, but wouldn't order because they changed their strategy. So having met Aaron, we decided to go direct to consumer now. So we've got the products. We just need to press the green button.
Yeah,
After
I think
money's in the bank.
Potentially from a product perspective, in terms of us stocking the units and being able to sell it on your behalf, as well as purchasing ourselves internally for our fleet, there may be something there, Paul. So I'm going to add your LinkedIn now, and same for yourself,
good.
Aaron, as well. And then hopefully we'll be able to carry on the conversation offline from there.
Fantastic.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And just for anyone that lives in London, if you go on drop24.co and put the code always open, you get £10 off your first order and delivery is free. So try us out 24/7. If you're drunk at 3 a.m, whatever, try us out. We're there for you. Yeah.
Good luck.
We'll get you along to our next networking event, Jamal. You come and have a chat with some people in town.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
We're
good.
hoping to we're hoping to go back into the city. Again, we're not sure, but we're hoping the end of June, so say mid-July perhaps. But that's the plan.
Amazing.
Right, folks. Anybody else want to have a chat about anything relevant? Phil Mickelson winning the Masters, or we've just got somebody in. Sorry, oopsie daisy. No, that's about it. Right, well, folks, we'll end today. As I say, coming up, and I'll send you some information. Anybody out there who's looking at raising capital, we run 3 monthly events. We run a free workshop to help you get investment ready, and learn everything you need to do about getting your legals in place and such like. That's one event. We run a free practice your pitch event, so people can come onto Zoom, talk to us, practice screen sharing, running through slide shares and such like. And then we hold monthly pitch events as well. They're all virtual at the moment. As I say, ASAP they'll switch over and will also become hybrid, although the pitch ones is more the key, as I mentioned earlier, of getting people in front of people. So that's where we're at. Thanks a lot for attending. Paul, Ando, and Daniel and Matt, thank you, and we'll be in touch. Yep.
Yeah, sounds great.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the opportunity, and watch this space, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks very much indeed. You take
Good
care,
luck, Paul.
everybody.
Good luck, Aaron and Matt.
All right,
Take
cheers,
care.
guys.
Bye,
Cheers,
guys.
ya.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye, everybody. Thanks
Bye.
a lot, Aaron. Bye.
See ya.
Cheers.